pillow surfing. Also, this pillow looks like it's going pretty slow, yet Mario and Luigi's caps are still blowing. And that also makes me realize, how do Mario and Luigi's hats stay on throughout all of their adventures? Not only that, but even if they were moving fast enough for their hats to be blowing, they're just standing right on this pillow with no handrails. In other words, they'd fall off. Okay, I'll stop stalling. That's this game's job. I call lies on this size comparison between this hot air balloon and Peach's castle. Just look, the balloon basket is as big as the second floor in the castle. The fact that they effortlessly managed to line up the balloon with this castle window that wasn't there before this game. This balloon's driver is Jerk Luigi. This side of this balloon is unprotected, so if it goes out of control, someone in here could easily fall and die. This attack is so cheap to avoid at this point of the game. I mean, not that it really matters since you can't die in this fight, but still. The suspense theme in the Mario and Luigi RPGs gets less and less dramatic as they go on. In Superstar Saga, it actually sounded pretty intimidating while still sounding kinda comedic. In Partners in Time, it wasn't as intense, but still sounded like a song that plays when all heck breaks loose. In Bowser's Inside Story, it barely sounded intense at all, and the second half of it sounded bright and cheerful. And this one's all like, let's party! Can't imagine how much less threatening it could get than that. Perhaps I spoke too soon. How are they not falling out with the balloon going like this? After going out of control, it landed where they wanted to land anyway. They paid too much lip service to Bowser's Inside Story as opposed to its two predecessors. You can finally save wherever you want. 124 seconds of this tutorial. How stupid do you think I am? Did flipping his head upside down somehow make the dark aura appear? I know this game has the same composer, but Break and Pillow Castle ripped off Monochrome Dreams from Kingdom Hearts 2. Didn't Klonoa have a section like this? 96 seconds of forced tutorial. For some reason, I love this Goomba formation. Why did they just disappear? That doesn't really look like a rock. Shut up, Starlo! We don't want to hear your stupid tutorials. Most of us played this game's predecessors. Now here's 30 cents for all this game's forced tutorials. Nothing's wrong with Luigi. He's just asleep, you moldy peach-brained dolt. Peach, I know you're so stupid that you make Patrick Star look like Albert Einstein, but why would you ever get close to something like that? Luigi's dreams have really dull color schemes. Dream Drop Distance came out a year before and felt much more dreamlike than this. You spend like 70% of the game in the dream world. Mario, did Luigi dream you to be stupid? Why are you surprised Luigi's in his own dream? Dreamy Luigi? That's the best name they could come up with. Why isn't Tazma shooting coins in addition to fireballs? Well, we got out, but Peach is still trapped in Luigi's head. Do they not realize how disturbing this is? They felt this bridge shattering, yet they stay on because this game needs to be as long as possible. Mario? Peach was trapped in Luigi's dream, not yours. Even if we can get back into Luigi's head, what happens to Peach if she's in a dream that ends? Does she get dreamed out of existence? Can she only come back if Luigi has the exact same dream again? Don't do that! You could wake Luigi up and erase us from existence. What do you mean, how can we sleep at a time like this? It's the only way to find Peach. Is your memory that terrible? Strollo acts like talking in your sleep is abnormal. It's not uncommon. If she thinks that's unnatural, wait until she sees someone sleepwalking. Oh boy! They said this will create some wind power. This is gonna be so awesome! What? Oh, come on! Also, that gets jarring. This song is arguably the best song of the whole game. Just how beautiful it is makes me want to take off sins with no questions asked. Pilate, overly strict boss cliche. You don't say! We have to hit the crack side? Do you think we're stupid? Why doesn't this toad just run north or south to escape these storms? These rocks shouldn't be this easily breakable. Also, our skulls are definitely broken. One of us isn't so good with a hammer, so neither of us can go through? I'm sick of the shot always being the first brothers move we get. The last command's timing's awkward. How is this an instance of don't cry over spilled stardust? I'd say this is a big deal. Finally! A Mario Underground theme that isn't a remix of the original. They're in a deep underground cavern, yet there's no added darkness on them. Even the shading on the bear in Mr. Gregor's bear chase video was more believable. I ordinarily wouldn't complain, except this is the same system that had good shading in Superstar Saga 3D. Who designs water control devices like a slots game? A piece falling from this high didn't destroy Grobot. I'm surprised the piece wasn't on fire. Character acts like he knows who someone famous is, but then realizes he has no idea cliché. Water doesn't bounce like that. Great, it's the Mario Galaxy Star Bunnies all over again. Luigi looks at Mario's butt. The game supports the common lie that bunnies love carrots, even though carrots kill bunnies. When you kill these Dream Caps leaders, they just sit there and let you kill them. Great idea, disguise yourself as a carrot. That won't make the bunny try to eat you. I've said this before, but pointing out how overdone it is for Peach to get kidnapped doesn't make it less annoying. Eldream might not be as wise as he looks if he thinks these two are kids. This was Eldream's buddy? Then why was it trying to stop us from freeing Eldream? I guess Bowser's probably needed in every Mario RPG, but believe it or not, this game would be so much better without him. And you'll find out why later in this video. This game reminds us that Mario was a jerk to Luigi in some of his past adventures. How did Bowser get here so quickly? Why is Starlo smiling when Luigi's crying like this? Starlo's terrible! I highly doubt Bowser's more evil than Phantasma. How is falling asleep in a dream dangerous? Is it because it's like Dreamception or something? You can't be killed by your own dreams. If you were really sorry for making us worry, you'd stop getting kidnapped. This is your kingdom we have to save. Why don't you give us most of the rewards now? Isn't your kingdom's safety a bit more important? It takes 4 hours to actually begin the adventure here. Look, I think this game is decent, but if you were playing Superstar Saga, you would already be past Chocohawk Woods by now. This song's nice, but it also sounds somewhat like a ripoff of Beachside Dreaming from Bowser's Inside Story, which in itself was already a ripoff of Boylan's theme from Pokemon Ranger Shadows of Almia. Is it even legal to charge that much for badges? This is funny, but it also teaches kids that if you keep doing that, you'll be able to get stuff for free. Game misleads people into thinking you'll get some kind of scaffolding that lets you climb sand slopes even though you never do. Whack-a-Sandu! These platforms happen to be here so we can escape.
Yahoo! Yahoo! Yeah!
The other Luigi noids have a delayed reaction so this can work. Not all of the stars. You can see other stars, unless they're helicopters like in the movie Madagascar. Overstrict boss cliche twice in a row. What good is it for this man to keep hammering the sand like that? Brita's hiring us without our permission. Not allowing us to enter dozing sands unless we have jobs here? You're the worst! Brita just said she knows this desert inside and out, yet she hasn't seen the top of the sand flow. This person is letting inexperienced people use these drills. How does this not break the station or the drill? Why can't Luigi wait until Brita's gone, then lay down? Turning Luigi's nose doesn't make it sneeze like it did before. I would have never guessed we needed you as the hammer to break this chunk. I'm tired of the Fireflower move in the Mario and Luigi RPGs for doing the same thing every time. But this one's timing so awkward that I actually preferred the old one. Corkscrew survives this. Luigi's acting was horrible when crying Mario's name. And the game still has the stupid feature where the brothers carry each other's unconscious bodies when avoiding attacks. What reason do they have for doing that other than making dodging so frustrating? This one attack is hard to dodge. I seriously can't tell if the song's supposed to be sad or not, since most of it's actually pretty sad, but a lot of times it plays in moments that are dramatic for the sake of humor. The joke was kind of funny the first time. Don't run it into the ground. It gets predictable. That's facial hair is. Also, neither of them have beards. Hey, dunce! I know you're selfish, but this entire kingdom is in danger. Shouldn't just taking a minute to tell us be a little more important than your selfish needs? Oh, let me guess what you're going to say. Of course. Seriously, it's not funny anymore. It's predictable yet still infuriating whenever he repeats it. Pushing this box while condensed like this should be next to impossible. Trollstone. Us? Annoying? Look who's talking. Don't get used to these giant battles. They're awesome at first, but the battle ring might make you hate them. The hammer does less damage overall than the jump. What's a Mario RPG without, you guessed it, rapid input sequences? Oh goody, we get gyroscope controls added to the mix too! Great, more padding as we have to take a 2.5 hour long detour before we can climb on Pajama Jaw. Things that should be 30 minutes long are extended to like 2 hours. They drag things out about as much as the songs in the Christmas Story musical. I love this song, but it rips off Spagonia's hub theme from Sonic Unleashed. Breaking and entering. Actually, they asked for it by not having doors. Kylie Koopa is this game's only throwback to Partners in Time. Oh, that just hurts. She can't remember us. That's terrible. Why did they do this? Maybe they are trying to erase Partners in Time from the Mario continuity. Popple's return was so disappointing. His grudge against us was hilarious, but now he doesn't even recognize us. The fact that this pipe is hidden in such an obvious way is just insulting to our intelligence. How did Luigi fit that shell in his hat? His hat must have storing properties almost as good as Peach's dress. Dreamy Wakeport Repose must be a rejected Sonic Colors song. This toad didn't notice this convenient button. Nice flip phone that no one uses anymore. Heavy Zest is as good a jumper as Mario, and yet he's not a worldwide phenomenon like Mario. He's even more forgotten than Luigi. Mass manslaughter. This Angry Birds parody reminds me that I should re-download Angry Birds Seasons because it doesn't have filler like this. The fact that this Snorlax ripoff heals throughout the fight only hides the fact that he literally can't attack you. Stop asking if I admit defeat. I'm winning this fight. How did he fit into that small disguise? He makes his minions carry these heavy boulders all the way out here just so he can show off. This attack's hard to dodge. No matter how much time you take, it's still 4:35 after all that running around, as if this is a Polar Express movie. This song kind of gives me a vibe from the Girl Worth Fighting For song from Mulan, reminding me how much more entertaining that movie is compared to this game. How is traveling with them a mistake? We're doing this to save the world! Some tour this is if we keep getting separated. These monoliths do look strong, but could they be strong enough to lift that many rocks above their head like this? Everyone survives this. Awesome shot though. You're kidding, right? You'd abandon us if we couldn't find our way out? Jerks. Why are Mega Phil and Mega Low so small in the dream world? The fact that these guys' feet were able to break through solid rock like a toothpick. I gotta say, this is a pretty awesome change of scenery. 2 minutes of this admittedly pretty funny dream sequence. I don't see why we can't break through these ice chunks with the Drill Brothers move if that can break through solid rock somehow. Emoshka's huge rock throwing attack is so hard to dodge. Now we just destroyed this mountain's guardian. The character wants to give up, but then finds out they've already accomplished their goal cliche. I remember first playing this game back in 2013. I was at this point and I thought this game was almost over. I was like, I don't want this amazing game to end anytime soon. Little did I know that in about a week I'd be wanting it to end already. This is another reason Dream Team would have been better without Bowser. Because Bowser already claimed the world so Phantasma can't conquer it. This super creepy spell comes in the form of pop music. If Dreambird could handle Phantasma himself, then why couldn't he just help us in battle earlier? All it takes is a bit of yelling at Mario for him to snap out of a sleep that's really hard to wake up from. This isn't as repetitive as it was in Bowser's Inside Story, so I'll take off a sip. Trampoline jelly. How is this snow still intact when it's surrounded by lava? Heck, some of the snow is in lava. So we should cause something intense enough to wake up Luigi. This game predicted Inside Out.
Hello, Tyrannosaurus Alan. I'll have you for breakfast.
Are these supposed to be lava rocks or Cheeto balls? Convenient volcano appears right here so that you can take advantage of it. Seeing this boss actually phase through the rock columns like this actually makes me feel physically uncomfortable. This game nearly reaches Super Paper Mario levels of constantly reminding me of better games. Now they just remind us of Mario Kart 7 with the name Neil Bowser Castle, which reminds me of Neil Bowser City. I like this song, but it's an outright ripoff of Sweet Surfer from Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. Oh no. Please tell me this creepy character isn't back. No, we're not admirers. You mean hide Peach inside Luigi's mind? That's still disturbing. And mind you, there's still a chance he might dream her out of existence. Can you please say that in a way that doesn't sound like a sexual innuendo? So this is one of the 7 wonders, along with a bag that moves by itself, and the stairs that count up and down differently, and the ghost train, and the wall that shoots balls out of it, and oh wait, wrong game. The game that's much better than this, mind you. And then this bridge raises like this, while the water in the lower part of the sand somehow gets drained too. I highly doubt Peach will be fine on her own. Are they seriously throwing Goombas at us at this point of the game? All of these cutscenes go on for some time. Cool mechanic with the whole turning them upside down to change the direction of gravity, but sleeping in the opposite direction doesn't do that. He's still sleeping normally. It's not like he's sleeping like a possum. Don't explain the joke to us, because that ruins the joke. The bomb derby makes such dumb sounds. Nice puzzle, but making the ball fall takes longer than it needs to. They even managed to make raining fire on these opponents look lame. Bravo, game. Bravo. A little bit ago, Peach warned us about dangers ahead, but now it turns out this isn't actually Peach, but actually Kamek in disguise. So why did he warn us of the dangers? Then again, this is the same guy who kept blabbing out the boss's weak points in the Yoshi's Island games. What is with the Mario and Luigi RPG series and having other characters in Peach's dress? I mean, we had Luigi dress up as Peach at the end of Joke's End in Superstar Saga, we have Fofo statues with Peach's dress, and now this. Did Kamek just pull these guys out of his Peach dress? Someone please get me a barf bag! You're having mostly Goombas? What, are Corporal Paraplunk and Surgeon Guy chopped liver? Peach got kidnapped by Bowser yet again. Of course. And this also means the last 3 hours were a complete waste of time. Why does broke Madame have a picture of Dr. Snoozemore taped to her back? Discount hookshot. Why are they prolonging the game even more? I'll admit, I love the game's first half, but the second half really drags it down. You know what? How about I have 30 cents for all the pointless padding? There is no way they did that without breaking any bones or suffering from brain trauma. The move even looks disturbing. How did these guys get up here this quickly? Is there an invisible ski lift that they could have let us use this whole time? I love fighting the viruses in this game, and they're even more fun than they were in Superstar Saga. But wouldn't it be smarter for them to stand away from each other so they don't have to die from being lined up? How could the Massive Brothers not know how to solve this puzzle? They're the ones who came up with the technique. Yeah, no. The Massive Brothers really wanted the treasure for themselves, but then they decided to just let us have it. Britta is still an unlikable jerk. You looked our way and didn't see us? You just blamed your employees for this. Now you're blaming the wall? Bandits are annoying. Luigi is a jerk for leaving Mario trapped in the sand. Grobot's water attacks were cooler than Grobot X's jelly attacks. Discount Deku Mask. This is basically the equivalent of manslaughter. Important thing waits for character to be confused as to why it isn't working before it finally starts working cliche. Now that the Fly Guys stole the jellyfish seeds, Mario and Luigi make no effort to try to get them back until Dreambird talks to them. This is the second Mario and Luigi game in a row where someone says, if this certain thing happens, there will literally be no hope left for this world. And just like in Bowser's Inside Story with Dark Bowser, there's a way out of it here. I understand conditions, but your entire kingdom's in danger. Just tell us where they went. For all you know, by the time we beat this minigame the second time, the Fly Guys might be gone from where you saw them. These stupid Fly Guys stay in our reach. What are you doing? The sheets are right there. Don't go past them. Don't show them that you have them. Why did they ruin Popple? He wasn't stupid in Superstar Saga. Another Wiggler boss fight. Seriously, didn't these guys used to be normal enemies? Popple throwing you at Wiggler during the chase attack and hindering your jumping makes me really mad. I completely agree. Why did we have to get involved in this? Pelipper's parents must have been obsessed with Pelipper. These crumbishes look like they're fused with the talking toilet from Captain Underpants. The Luiginary Wall? Thanks for reminding us of Trump. So many bosses in this game call us bad mustaches. Well, at least our heroes don't say, I guess we really are bad mustaches, later in the game, which would have supported the common terrible moral that when people say bad things about you, they must be right. Earthquake is a jerk to these houses' owners. Luigi caused a mass genocide on Dream People by knocking Earthquake into these houses. Luigi knocks Earthquake away instead of continuing to smack him into the water until the fight's over, so this can still be a challenge. What's the point of this armor if it's way too easy to break? The creators wasted too much time making his hammer attack either make you bounce it back both ways or to hammer and or avoid it. Huge waste of programming, and ducking's nowhere near as satisfying. If Earthquake's too weak to dodge this stupid and unnecessary finishing star move, how can he still float? Why do we need this bedsmith to put all the Ultimate pieces together? Can't we just get some normal bed maker? Would putting it together be that much different than putting together a normal bed? Expecting people to understand what the heck he just said. Poisonous bubble tennis. The fan ability makes Mario a discount Spider-Man. It's not very appropriate to say that. These Skyward Sword Magma rejects understand that the kingdom is at stake, but they won't let us save it until we play some game with them. It feels so humiliating getting owned by these gold beanies. I see they needed Palladium to protect this dream point, but couldn't they just have him scan whether we're good or bad? The skateboard requires insane timing. I like the idea of Mario and Luigi leaving these plant things behind where they walk, but what does this game think it is? Okami? Wow, I can't believe how many better games I was able to list off in this video. This is one gigantic tree. What is this, Click Clack Woods? These Pellicrumps, are huge jerks to their unborn children. The Luiginary Tornado, this game's strongest Luiginary move, is also the most likely to deceive you into thinking you did it wrong with how some Luigis come off. Just like in so many other forms of media, this game doesn't know how eggs work. When we broke the egg open, the Z-Keeper shouldn't come out, it should just be a bunch of messy Z-Keeper yolk. The statues of this guy throughout the game depicted him being much skinnier with 3 eyes. Upskirt, or do I mean up feather shot? How do I word this? The fact that a human is able to keep up with a bird. He does a terrible job telegraphing whether he's flying high or low. This will make the fight with him in the boss rush very irritating. Is it strange that the Z-Keeper actually looks more majestic when dazed and confused than he does normally? If the Z-Keeper can tear voids in the fabric of time, why are we a match for this creature? This is one of the worst examples of gyroscope controls, since you might not go in the direction you're tilting the 3DS into. And we haven't even gotten to the part where it's at its worst yet. I know the Z-Keeper was much, much bigger than that in battle. Super awesome seeming guy turns out to not be all that impressive after all cliche. Seriously, this is literally one of the oldest twists in the book that even a 3-year-old could see coming. Unless of course you just didn't think about it. I'm not saying you're stupid if you didn't guess, you know what I mean. Mr. Zkeeper, I know you're retired and all, but do you not understand that the fate of the world is at stake? Dreambird is a huge jerk to Mario and Luigi. In-flight snacks? You're too big to ride a plane. I mean, yeah, 80 million coins sounds like a lot, but if Mario and Luigi still have those 99,999,999,999,999 mushroom coins they got back in Superstar Saga, that's like over 1,000 times as much as they'd have to pay. So I'm not sure that would be a heavy price. If we couldn't just wake up Luigi to get him out of here, I'd say that Mario is being almost as much of a jerk to Luigi as he was at the end of New Super Mario Bros. Wii. Is it me, or was this ripped from Pokemon Ranger Guardian signs? Also, everyone survives the fall. Something as big as Neo Bowser's Castle Landing would have created massive tidal waves that would endanger everyone's lives, but it doesn't leave any ripples when it lands. If you're trading for the battle ring, get ready to see these same enemies over and over and over again. This castle has 10 Bowser-based enemies and only 2 Phantasma-based ones. Further proof that Bowser overshadows Phantasma. This attack's impossible to dodge. Spinies are underwhelming for the game's last level. Does Kamek really think we'll fall for that trick twice? We fight Kamek 3 times! Discount PlayStation buttons. Kamek just reminded us of how much better Gabe the Dog memes are than this finale. These chumps are jerks to their owners. This rising lava doesn't flow through this door. I hate the third Kamek fight. Did Starlo not see this giant force field? The final dream has almost no enemies. Why are you worried about Bowser dying here? It's just a dream. Bowser takes too long to dunk Luigi in the lava, allowing us to escape. I hate the spear guy attack. There's literally no way to prevent damage. Stop the chowdown? That sounds idiotic. The way Bowser says, "There!" like that also seems dumb. How can Luigi spin this fast for this long? This is the worst part of the battle. You'll keep getting hit by a glitch that will keep pulling you into the lava. 10 cents here. This is the biggest insult this game gives to the possibility of Phantasma being this game's villain. Instead of this awesome Bat King of Nightmares, this game's villain is the same one we've had for 90% of the games we've had in the past 30 years. I'm giving 5 cents for that. This epic fight between these longtime rivals is them ramming into each other. Now they have Phantasma eat glass balls in this epic fight. Well, I guess it's not as bad as something else that's going to happen soon. How can a spiderweb support the weight of a human? Bowser Jr. is this game's optional super boss. Forget about swordsmen who want to become gods, champions from previous regions, and giant dragons that were sealed away in a pit 100 floors into the earth. This brat is our super boss. Using his Koopa clown car against him is so satisfying. Peach could do that this whole time. Now she has even less of an excuse to get kidnapped. And they have Bowser absorb the Dreamstone's power anyway. I was gonna remove Sins for having Peach finally do something useful, but now they just murdered that. Seriously? You can't lift someone this heavy. Dreambird could heal us this whole time. He made us waste so many items when he could have been donating those to help solve world hunger. Now that Bowser has the Dreamstone's power, he can just wish Mario and Luigi out of existence, but instead he decides not to. I would have taken off 5 cents for this legendary final boss theme, but they had to waste it on this terrible final boss. Not only is it unfair, but the way he shields his head doesn't look like how one would defend himself in the climatic final battle. He has a move where he flips a coin which doesn't belong in a fight like this, and he completely ruins all suspense by having an all-you-can-eat buffet in the middle of the fight. I know that's how he heals. That's not an excuse to ruin this epic climax. So for having a final boss this insulting and wasting this awesome theme on it, congratulations game. Now I get to add 5 cents instead of removing them. Game ruins an intense escape scene with his Panic wannabe music. I'm glad the Zkeeper decided not to make us pay after all, but that doesn't make me any less mad at Dreambird. So instead of the Dreamstone, we have this new Dream Coin thing or something, I don't know. This ending really confuses me. Can everyone still dream? Yay! Coin cushions for everyone! Solo saying let it go reminds me that I'd much rather be watching Frozen than playing this game. Yeah, our true vacation starts now, at least until Peach gets kidnapped a few seconds later. I think it's about time Mario dumps Peach because he's way too good for her. Okay, it's kind of nice seeing Bowser actually say his minions did decent. Bowser, even though I don't hate you as much as I did when I made my hated characters revision, it's stuff like this that was the reason I did hate you that much. Credits theme is a medley of songs that played throughout the game cliche. Guess the Massive Brothers weren't important enough to be in this group photo. Oh, shut up!